All right, everyone, let's talk about this really awesome free 150 stack we got. What's the best way to use it, and what are going to be the worst ways to use it? What is the bait, the traps, the things you want to avoid? I really wanted to get this out there because I've been getting flooded this question on the Twitch stream, and also I've already started to see some people look up old videos where I talked about enhancing stuff, but this was before the guaranteed pen update. And if you actually take a look at some of my older videos, when I go through and look at the central market, when I actually show off how expensive pens are, you'll see that in my older videos, they're like 18, 19, 20 billion silver. That is no longer the case. The days of 18 plus billion silver pens is gone forever. They're never coming back after the guaranteed pen update. So because of that, a lot of the things that you want to do with enhancing are going to be different. So I want to put out this updated info so that you guys don't end up wasting your stack, but also importantly so that you don't end up wasting silver enhancing stuff that is not really worth enhancing. So let's get into the best uses for the stack, and that is by far, without a doubt, going to be Tet Blackstar. Before I said Tet Blackstar was starting to get a little high with the 150 fail stack, that's no longer the case. 150 is actually a fantastic level for Tet Blackstar, and this is by far the best way to use the stack. Also, to push the stack to a higher level to use for a pen accessory, which I'll talk about in a little bit here because this stack is too low for pen accessories. I highly advise against going for a pen accessory with just a 150 fail stack. Even if you add the Valk's Cry and bring it up to like 160, 165, that's still too low. I really don't recommend it. I know some people are going to do it anyway. It's a YOLO, but I would try to get the stack a bit higher, and a great way to get some extra levels and still have a good result is Tet Blackstar, because think of what's going to happen, right? You're going to succeed and you're going to hit a Tet Blackstar. You're either going to use it or you could sell it for 11, 12, 13, 14 billion silver, which is huge. Or if you fail, you're going to get 5 fail stack levels, and that's going to give you an increased chance to succeed if you want to go for a pen accessory. So you're going to build levels for your pen accessory, or you're just going to hit a Tet Blackstar and be really happy with that. So now what I would avoid doing at basically all costs is clicking on Tet gear. Like these Tet Ergons going for pen attempts. Pen attempts are now like an advanced play. I'm going to be very careful to ever tell people to try to enhance pens because you really don't want to click on Tet gear. Tet gear is actually still really expensive. If you look right now, like Tet Ergons are 2.5 billion silver on NA, but because pens are so unbelievably cheap, you're looking at like with the 150 stack, like a 5% chance to succeed at a pen. Now remember, when you fail, you de-level these Tets to tries, so you go from a 2.5 billion to like a 1.2 billion silver item. You lose like 1.3, 1.4 billion silver, and you're chasing something now that's worth like under 14 billion silver. You know, back when these were 18, 19, 20 billion, clicking for pens was completely fine. But now if you're looking for pens, you really want to look at the new system as an absolute priority, the guaranteed pen system, which came out a couple of months ago, before you ever even think about trying to enhance pens. Enhancing pens is now an advanced play that you really only do to build a fail stack to get more levels for an accessory. And I would absolutely do Tet Blackstar first on this 150 stack before you even think about clicking for pens. If you want to click for pens anyway, if you just want to do it, if nobody's going to change your mind, I would really try to get as close to 200 first from Tet Blackstar before you start going for your pen attempts. So like at least get to 180, 190, or even 200. The higher you can get with Tet Blackstar, honestly, the better. Even me lately, I do enhancing all day on my stream. That's just kind of what I do. Even me, like I'm going to 180, 190, even as close to 200 before I start my pen attempts because they're just so unbelievably inefficient now that you really want to avoid clicking these as much as possible. So now let's get into accessories because I know a lot of people they're going to go for accessories with this stack, and it's a very awkward level because 150 is too high for Tet accessories, but it's also too low for pen accessories. We'll get into pen accessories in a second because that's the more important thing with this stack. I want to say very importantly, this stack is too high for any Tet accessory, except for like a Tet Deboreka, but that's very advanced. So even distos, you might be like, what about a distortion, right? Like it's fine for a distortion. No, it's not fine for a distortion. Do not use this even on a distortion. A 150 stack is worth more than, I would say about twice what a 110 stack is worth. And remember, they gave us a free 100 stack as well. So this is not the only free stack that we got from the Calpheon Ball. If you want to go for a Tet accessory, use the other stack that we got. It's a perfect level for a Tet accessory. This one is way too high. Like it's worth twice what a 110 stack is worth. So you're just having so much value go to waste using a stack like this on a Tet accessory. I know you might be like, well, what if I, what if I just want to get a Tet accessory and I don't have any other choice? And it's like, I'm either going to use this stack or it's not going to be used for anything. It's just going to sit around. Well, then just have it sit around. That's totally fine. Like if you don't want a Tet Blackstar, if you don't want to go for Tet Blackstar, if your options are use it on a Tet accessory or don't use it on anything at all, pick the don't use it on anything at all. Trust me, later on down the road, you will be using this stack. You will get to a point where you need to push a stack for Pen Blackstar or Pen accessories or Tet Fallen God, the new Fallen God helmet. Like, you will end up using this eventually. It's better to just save it, hold off on it, than to just use it on a Tet accessory, even if you don't think so right now. You will thank me later, trust me. So too high for a Tet accessory. Now let's talk about Pen accessory, because this stack is also too low for a Pen accessory. I would try to get the stack as high as you can with Tet Blackstar before you even contemplate going for a Pen accessory. Now also, if you're a newer intermediate player, I would not use the stack on a Pen accessory. Pen accessories is endgame. That is basically the last thing that you go for progression on your account. So gambling for Pen accessories is painful, even for me. Like, losing Tet accessories, it's not fun. It's expensive. It's not fun. Most people are not in a position to go for Pen accessories yet. So if you are going to go for a Pen accessory, though, make sure that you're at that point in your account where that's what's good for your progress. You don't want to just be losing billions and billions of silver gambling when there's other things that you can be working on. But don't use the level at 150. Try to push the stack with Tet Blackstar first. Even if you're not going to use a Tet Blackstar, even if you don't need it yourself, you can always just sell the Tet Blackstar. They're actually 11, 12, 13 plus billion silver. So you find yourself in a fantastic spot where there's only good things that can happen with Tet Blackstar. You're either going to A, succeed and hit a Tet Blackstar, you're going to be able to use it, or you could sell it for 11, 12, 13 billion silver, or B, you're going to fail and get +5 fail stack levels to push the stack to get to a higher level so that you have a higher chance to hit a Pen accessory, and it becomes a better stack for going for your Pen accessories down the road. I would really try to get to at an absolute bare minimum of 200 before you ever go for Pen accessories. That's a good kind of like number I can give to everybody. Now, it's a little bit more complicated than that. If you're looking for the more complicated answer, I highly recommend that you tune into the stream, twitch.tv/salt, where I do enhancing all the time, literally. But as a general baseline, like 200 plus is what you're looking for Pen accessories. So fail those black stars, push the stack. If you hit a Tet Blackstar, you're happy. If you build the stack for Pen accessories, you're happy. You want to find yourself in that spot where both outcomes of the enhancing, succeed or fail, are good. And that's what happens with Tet Blackstar. So that's going to be basically it. Everything else is a no-go. A lot different than the last video. The last video that I put out, I was talking a lot more about going for Pen attempts. Be careful with Pen attempts, guys. This is an advanced play now. I would really, really avoid clicking on Tet gear as much as you possibly can. So I wanted to put this out there as an update because people are looking up the old videos still, and it hurts me because I talked about pens a lot in that video. So hopefully you guys can take advantage of this new advice now, more efficient, and put the stack to as good use as possible. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like, subscribe, check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/salt, and I'll see you all later.